Hey, it's Derek with the Cardone Group, Automotive Fridays, and we are on the lot at a Nissan dealership today. And you know what? Every Friday, what do I come to you and talk to you about? I'm talking about how can we maximize this weekend's sales. Well, one of the things that we said last week was that there are five simple steps to maximize the weekend's business. And when you're looking at it from the standpoint of what do I need to do to be successful, I want you to think about this. Let's do it 5 steps, okay? So we had a lot of feedback, a lot of really positive feedback about how we broke it down last week. So I'm gonna do it again. Now, I don't have the studio today, so I'm walking around holding my phone, recording this while I'm out here on the lot. And I want to talk to you again about those 5 simple steps. So based on the feedback last week, let's start with the beginning, right? What do we got to do when we start? We got to greet the customer. You know, we talk about the greeting from the standpoint of using information to get deeper into the process with the customer. What's that mean? It's very simple. I'm on the lot, I see a customer. They're looking at a vehicle, and I'm going to walk up to them and I'm going to say, welcome to the dealership. Welcome to the dealership. My name's Derek. What vehicle can I get you information on today? They say, hey, I'm looking for a new Armada, which is what I'm standing by. I'm looking for a new Armada. Man, that's a great choice. We got a great selection of Armadas, as you can see. My job's simple. I'm gonna help you find the right vehicle for you and your family, that Armada that fits for you and your family. And then when you're ready, I'll help you get price on the vehicle. I'll get you estimates on down payment, monthly payment. I'll even get you figures on the car you're driving today. How's that sound, Mr. Customer? Does that sound good? Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Offer information at the point of contact. Welcome to the dealership. My name's Derek. What can I get you information on? Armada, it's a great selection. Help you find the one that's right for you and your family. Then when you're ready, I'll get you all the information you need. I'll get your price, estimates on down payment, monthly payment, even figures on the vehicle you're driving today. How's that sound, Mr. Customer? So we're doing a couple of things there. We're using information to put the customer at ease. We're using information to get deeper into the process. And then ultimately, we're using a transition statement to go to their trade because I want to build that buyer profile around the car that they're currently driving. So think about that. Welcome, offer information, transition to the next step, right? Welcome to the dealership. My name's Derek. What can I get you information on today? Excellent choice. Got a great selection of those. I'll help you find the one that's right for you and your family. When you're ready, get you the price, get you estimates on down payment, monthly payment, even figures on the car you're driving today. How's that sound, Mr. Customer? Now, I want you to think about this. Where am I going to give them the price? Where am I going to give them down payment? Where am I going to give them monthly payments, right? I'm going to give that to them inside. I'm going to give that to them on a write-up. You know why? Because that's where I can ask them to buy, okay? So if I do my greeting the way that I just did, and I say, how does that sound, Mr. Customer? And the customer goes, well, that sounds good. That's why I'm here. What did they just do? In that first 30 seconds you were talking to them, they committed to going to a write-up. So that's step 1, right? Offer information to every single customer at point of contact this weekend. Let's get them deeper into the process. Let's get into those negotiations. What's the step 2? Transition to their current vehicle so that you can turn the buyer into the seller, right? I want to turn that buyer into the seller. What do you do when you sell? You talk, right? I want to turn that buyer into the seller around their present vehicle so that I can learn as much as I possibly can about it and about them and about their buying habits, because you know what that's going to do? It's going to allow me to sell them the next car. So as we go out, right, I just got done. I said, hey, how's that sound to you, right? And before you leave, right, I'll get you price, estimates on down payment, monthly payment, even figures on your car. How does that sound? They say it sounds good. I say fantastic. To save us 30 minutes worth of time, let's go ahead and start with your present vehicle. I'll gather the information off of that, drop it off with one of our management team, and they will professionally appraise your car while we're out looking at the new Armadas. Is that your Watson Mobile right over there? It is? Great. Take me just a couple of seconds. Let's go write this stuff up. I'll get this and drop it off to my managers, okay? So at this point, I'm transitioning to their present vehicle, and I'm gonna begin to ask them questions, right? I learned a while ago in selling that the more questions you ask, the easier it is to close, okay? I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, and everybody thinks you have to be selling and talking to do that, but if you ask questions and they give you information, it becomes an exchange, and that puts you in a position where you can structure your transaction and you can control it and you can close it. So now I walk around the present vehicle and I'm going to ask them 5 questions that are money, and I'm going to ask them 4 buying habit questions, right? So I'm going to start with the buying habit questions and say, hey, what'd you like most about your present vehicle? What did you like most, okay? Don't ask what'd you like about your car. What did you like most is a really big difference. Now, there's this branch of psychology, pseudo-psychology, some call it, but it's called neuro-linguistic programming. And they talk about this from the standpoint that most is an embedded command, and that's what we're doing here. We're saying, hey, what did you like most? Because it requires a response. If I say, what'd you like about your car? They're gonna go, it's a good car. If I say, what do you like most? It requires them to build a hierarchical list, and they're like, oh, well, I liked this. I've just created a situation where I got them to respond to me. So, hey, what'd you like most about your present vehicle? Well, I like the ride. What'd you like least about it? Well, the size. I need a little bit bigger car. Got it. What's your next vehicle need to do that this one doesn't? Well, besides being a little bit bigger, I'd like the Bluetooth and I'd like a sunroof. Okay, makes sense. What's changed most in your life since your last purchase? Well, we had our third child, and so we really need the extra space in the back. Right there, those four things, right, those four questions just gave me a complete buyer profile as far as how to sell my next car. If you think about it from that standpoint, you're going to realize that the biggest challenge we have about the cars that we're selling today is they're so technologically advanced and there's so many features. If I was to do a complete walk around on one, it'd take me an hour, right? And I'd bore the customer to death. They don't care. They don't care. So what you need to do is find those four things that you can talk about that are going to maximize your ability to close a deal, okay? They like the ride the most, the size the least, they'd like to have the Bluetooth and the sunroof, right? And they had their third child. That's the cause for the decision-making process, okay? So then we ask 5 money questions. Hey, when did you buy your car? Well, I bought it in October of 2016. Okay, fantastic. When's your next payment due? What'd you pay for your car? By the way, how much is that payment? And wow, how'd you get your payment so low, right? So when'd you buy your car? What'd you pay for your car when you bought it? When's your next payment due? How much is your payment? And wow, how'd you get your payment so low? By asking those questions, it puts us in a position that we begin to understand financially what they did on the last purchase. And everybody does this. We repeat behavior, right? If I put no money down last time, I'm probably gonna want to put no money down this time. If I put $5,000 down, hopefully they got equity and they'll put $5,000 again, right? But you don't know until you ask these questions, and that puts you in a position to play this back to your manager when it becomes time for the negotiations. There's a whole lot more about those money questions that the managers can use to help us structure the deal and put us in a position to be successful. So I've greeted the customer with information. I've used their present vehicle to turn the buyer into the seller, and I've asked them the questions about the car. I've got a lot of information from them, and now I'm ready to transition out and start doing my demo, right? There's a whole lot to talk about in the demo, but we're gonna use one simple step in there. We're gonna do the alternative, right? Would you consider? And we usually do that by holding both our hands up in front of us like we're offering somebody a piece of fruit from a bowl, right? Would you consider? So would you consider allows you to offer an alternative as a choice that they might not have thought about, right? So I don't even know what the models are on these Armadas, but this one right here is a Platinum, and this one over here I think is another Platinum, but we're just gonna pretend it's an SL, right? The customer's interested in the Platinum the Platinum Armada. I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Customer, would you consider an Armada SL, similar equipment, probably save you about $5,000. That might be $80 to $100 a month in payment. No, you want the Platinum? Perfect. Here's a Platinum, let's take a look at that. Did the technique work? Yes, because I just established a baseline for the negotiations, right? $5,000 less, that's this car over here. $80 to $100 less, that's this car over here. The Platinum, it's $5,000 more, right? We're adding value to the Platinum package. It's a critical piece to the negotiations, and it's also a critical piece to the selection process. If they'd said yes, hey, show me that SL, guess what that means? That means that money is also a critical piece of the decision-making process, and you need to show them the SL. That also means that you need to keep offering alternatives, okay? A good thing to do before you come inside, and the sun is coming up over the trees over here, and it's starting to really get in my face, but one of the things that you need to do before you go inside is you need to make sure that you offer another alternative that's smaller. And preferably it's an equipment alternative. So we come inside, and this one has a captain's chair package for $450. So as I'm transitioning inside, before I go inside, I'm gonna actually say to them, hey, would you consider a Platinum that doesn't have the captain's chairs? Save you probably $450. It's not much, but it'd be $9, $10 a month. No, you really want the captain's chairs? Perfect. Right, so what I'm doing again is I'm setting the values of the alternative offer so that I can control what happens in the negotiation experience. So now I've done my greeting, I did my buyer profile, right, around the present vehicle. I turned the buyer into the seller. I offered alternatives to control the negotiations and the selection process, and now I'm ready to do a transition, right? Hey, Mr. Customer, follow me inside. I'll show you how easy it is to do business here. It's just that simple, right? I want to assume the write-up. A lot of times we talk about this and salespeople have done everything right to this moment, right? We've done a great greeting, we've done a buyer profile, we've done $1 million product presentation, $double demonstration, a walk around, everything, and then we don't write the customer up. Can't sell them. Can't sell them today if you don't write them up. So my goal, and I'm going to challenge you with this, is that I want you to write up every single customer that you can this weekend. I want you to really focus on this, and I want you to think about what are my opportunities to maximize what I'm doing on a daily basis this weekend by writing up more customers. The average salesperson out there, if you write up 2 customers, you deliver 1 car. Okay? That's a pretty good number. So how do we get more write-ups? You have to commit to it, right? So let's make easy transition statements. Hey, Mr. Customer, follow me inside. I'll show you how easy it is to do business here. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Follow me inside. I'll show you how easy it is to do business here. Okay? So as we go through this and we start to transition inside, I want you to go ahead and put some glue in the deal, right? As we're walking inside, I want you to say to the customer, hey, Mr. Customer, what'd you like most about the Armada that we just drove? And they're going to tell you, well, the ride and the size and the Bluetooth, right? That's all. It's amazing. Car's amazing. What'd you like least about it? Well, I really wasn't sold on white, right? White wasn't the color that I necessarily wanted when I came in here. Okay, I understand. But that white color wouldn't keep you from doing business today, would it? Right? We're asking them in a way that allows us to control the experience if that's going to be a hang up, right? Because they've just told me what they like most, and now they've told me what they like least. If the least isn't going to stop them from buying, we're going to make a deal. And a lot of times, especially around the color, right? The customer might say this, well, not if you make me a good enough deal. Well, you know what? Money's the easiest part of my job. Follow me. Let's go take a look at it, right? I'll show you how easy it is to do business here at the dealership. So as we go through this, right, I've transitioned through, I'm doing simple things, right? Hey, follow me inside. I'll show you how easy it is to do business here. By the way, what'd you like most about the vehicle? What'd you like least about the vehicle? That wouldn't keep you from buying it, would it? Great, follow me. Let's get inside. Show you how easy it is to do business here. Okay, so now we've gone through the process, we've done our greeting, we've done our appraisal, turned that buyer into the seller, we've offered our selection alternatives, we've done some trial closes, right? We've locked them down, most, least, wouldn't keep you from owning it, and now we go inside. At this point in time, it's time to start negotiating. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna sit the customer down, we're gonna make sure that they're comfortable, we're gonna offer them refreshments, we're gonna gather the information we need, we're gonna get up to our sales manager, and we're going to provide them all the information that we've captured and that we can deliver back to them so that they can prepare us a worksheet, an offer to purchase that we can go back and ask that customer to buy. Remember what I said outside. We don't need to get caught up in what we're doing because we can't offer them an opportunity to purchase till we get back inside. So now we're taking them back inside, sitting them down at the desk, offering them some refreshments, getting up to that manager, we're delivering the information that we got to them, and we're saying, hey, I'm ready to make a deal. So they prepare your worksheet, they give it to you. Hopefully you're using a full disclosure tool like ePencil, and you come back to the desk with that worksheet. And when you walk back into the room, one of the things that we need to do is that we need to play act a little bit, right? I don't want to be corny, but I want to make sure, oops, sorry about that. I want to make sure, dropped my phone. I want to make sure that we deliver this in a way that's going to be easy for us to transition to the negotiations. So what does it look like? When I walk back over and I'm coming inside, I'm gonna pause at the door with the worksheet in the hand, like it's the single most important piece of paper I've ever held in my life. I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Customer, you did the hard part outside. You found that vehicle that you like. Now all you need to do is decide how you wanna pay for it. I brought you some options. And I lay that worksheet right down in front of them, and I start my presentation, and I say, hey, based on the vehicle you selected, current market value of your vehicle, we prepared these figures. All I need you to do is circle the payment that works best for you and your family. Sign here at the bottom. I'll get your car cleaned and ready for immediate delivery. Okay? Remember what I started when I was going through the negotiation series. I said, we don't want to give the customer a chance to object until we've asked them to buy. That first time, it's absolutely critical. So when I go in, based on the vehicle you selected, current market value of your vehicle, we've prepared these payments, these leases. All I need you to do is circle those, sign at the bottom. I'll get your car cleaned and ready for immediate delivery, right? I've asked the customer to buy. We've gone through a bunch of stuff and overcoming objections. Next week when I'm back in the office, we'll go through some more stuff on it. But this is a critical element. We talk about the hard sell a lot. Grant wrote a whole chapter about this in the 10X rule. The hard sell is not what you think it is, okay? The hard sell is when we let a customer leave without asking them to buy because we don't believe in us, we don't believe in the dealership, we don't believe in the product that they're buying, right? If I believe in my product, I believe that the dealership's a great place to do business, and I know that I'm treating the customer valuable or as a valuable person and that I am taking care of them, it puts me in a position that changes things, right? I need to sell this customer a car because if I don't, they're going to get inferior service, inferior product from another salesperson. So at this moment in time, I have to be absolutely confident in my delivery when I go back over. Mr. Customer, you did the hard part. You found that vehicle that you want. Now you need to do is decide how you want to pay for it. I brought you some options. Based on the vehicle you selected, the current market value of your vehicle, we prepared these retail payments and these lease payments. All I need you to do is circle the payment works best for you and your family. Sign down here at the bottom. We'll get your car cleaned and ready for immediate delivery. Okay? I'm not going to handle a bunch of the objections today, but I wanted to hit on those steps because ultimately what we do when we engage a customer is going to determine our success. If you can offer the customer information at the beginning and they say, yeah, that's why I'm here, they just agreed to go to a write-up. Remember that 2 for 1, right? You get 2 customers to write up, you're going to deliver 1 car. So we need to focus on write-ups this weekend, right? I'm telling you, we have a saying in the company, we've said it for 20 plus years, we say if we outright you, we'll out-deliver you. And we know that's a fact. Think about it, you guys do too. At the end of the month, who do you write up? Everybody, right? Get the people to a write-up. You can't ask them to buy until they're on that piece of paper. Get them to the write-up, okay? So let's go through it again. Greet the customer, use information, transition to their present vehicle, build a buyer profile. Use that buyer profile to do a very powerful selection and demonstration process. Offer alternatives during the selection and demonstration process. Transition using trial closes and assumptions, right? I'm just assuming we're going to a write-up because they said they wanted those figures. Where do they get the figures? At the write-up. Go through your trial closes, assume the write-up, get as many people to the write-up as you possibly can. We talk about 100% write-up. It isn't going to happen every day, but write up as many as you can. This weekend especially, when you get into that write-up, make that presentation with passion and belief that if they don't buy from you, they're missing out on the best opportunity that they could get. That's how we're going to deliver more cars this weekend, right? This is Derek with the Cardone Group, and I truly appreciate you all watching on Automotive Fridays. Sorry I'm wandering around a lot and recording the phone off of my phone, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So, hey, Automotive Fridays, let's kick some butt this weekend. Let's be back here next weekend, or next Friday. We'll talk more about negotiations, and then we're going to start transitioning into what happens before we even see the customer, right? On the telephone or on the internet. So we're going to keep working through negotiations for another week or two, and then we're going to start looking at how do we get more people into the showroom. I'm Derek with the Cardone Group. It's Automotive Fridays. You guys have a great weekend. CardoneInstitute.com, 10xyourprofits.com. I appreciate all the positive feedback from last week's session, and I look forward to working with you guys more in the future. Derek with the Cardone Group, CardoneInstitute.com, 10xyourprofits.com. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram, LinkedIn. Doesn't matter where you're at. We're on all those platforms. We'll be there. Talk to you soon.